All I remember, I was third grade. We didn't know what's happening. One day, school teacher said, "Don't come to school anymore. We notify you what to do next." So we didn't go to school, and I stayed home a few days. And my home was that time on Main Street on that city. So it's a major street. Whoever goes to south from north, like Seoul, Daejeon, all those big city people with bags and things coming past through that street. We saw it. In few days or maybe a couple of weeks, Father arranged a truck, semi-truck, small. So all my sisters and brothers with us lunch and some luggages, we got on. Father sent us to the countryside relatives. We stayed there a couple months, and hopefully parents join us. But they couldn't come because as an elder of church, my father, and he couldn't leave as a moral obligation, I would say. But three of us girls, me and my two older sisters, and that Nakdong River, we tried to cross. But that time, already the Red Army, in Mingun, among there already. So the military, probably that U.S. Air Force, destroyed the bridge, so people couldn't pass through along with the enemies. And we had some money, so we tried to get on the boat, doing rowboat on the river. Third day, every day we went out, but who is going to give a seat to 8-year-old, 11-year-old girls? Everybody's fighting for the boat. And third day, miracle happened. My father, we heard the father. My father has a very strong voice. We heard the fathers calling our name. So among the 100,000 refugees tried to cross the boat, cross the river, we met Father there. Because the bridge is destroyed, water was really high and very strong force running. He crossed Nakdong River in dark 6 times.
Oh.
One girl, one bag crossed swimming.
Wow.
So he started from here, but half swimming, half for just floating. And get the other side, leave a bag and one girl. And came back swimming. So back and forth 6 times. And many men, short heights, couldn't make it. So just to, drown.
Oh my.
But Father was big and very strong, physically, very up to the physically active, and plus he was a very strong man. Anyway, that's how we crossed the Nakdong River. Going back home that winter, October, soon we left the house in July, I think, only couple clothes of summer clothes. Coming back to October, winter is coming. Oh boy, cold and hungry. And following 3 years, I remember I ate boribap. Rice is white. Boribap is dark. Mixed is fine, but we couldn't afford white rice. Boribap every day, 3 meals a day. Boribap So after I came to U.S., and now the medical whatever, all the good advices, you got to eat whole barley. And never will eat. Even it's all good nutrition or whatever. I don't like boribap because that reminded of my 3 years after return home. And then, yeah, we never had a financial recovery. Yeah, I was down. But my father's the strong faith in God saved us, I think. All family got together and diligently worked, school works. All girls, and including my brothers, very good in school. That's my mother's pride. That hungry and that poor, but everybody went to school. One thing, my mother wanted all her daughters go to school as much as we can afford, because her lifetime dream was going to school. She never had chance to go to school. Grandparents, her parents, was affordable because the uncles, my mother's brothers, 3 brothers, went overseas to study. But my mother and her 2 sisters never had a chance to go to school because Grandpa was so rigid, traditional, disciplinary. Daughters shouldn't go outside of the house gate. So since she had 6 daughters, she wanted to achieve her childhood dream through us. So not only we went to school, basic school, but colleges, graduate work, even my case to study theology in grad school. I came to U.S. 1973. That was a year Korea in general was very oppressive society. Culturally, of course, but also politically. Even I wasn't much about politically sensitive woman. But the whole atmosphere, including that what is national referendum, to extend, change the law, so that time president could run the government in power forever. So that was one of the reasons I left the country. And fortunately, my older sister moved to United States, immigrated United States 5 years before I came. She put a petition for me. And then also my mother gave a blessing, okay, that America is the country, the nation of freedom. And even she didn't go to school, she has quite good idea. She was very, I would say, woman with wisdom. Even she didn't get a formal school education. So she gave me blessing to send me to U.S. That time, 1973, people couldn't even imagine come visit the families back and forth. So it could be our last, that separation. But she said, go, land of freedom, land of opportunity, and open your heart and do the, full potential you have. God bless you. So with the 1 child, I came to U.S. Yeah, husband came along. Actually, he came ahead of me a few months, but he couldn't adjust that study plus American life. So he gave up, he quit. He wanted to go back and I wanted to stay. Then we separated. Years after, he died in Korea. Money was a big problem, of course, anybody can imagine. But I wanted to further study. So I went to seminary in US and all the jobs like seminary faculty members, home cleaning. Some occasions I even got a job in Indiana Senate. Coming to US, that was a one big jump for me. And then also joining Presbyterian Church USA. That helped my ministry, my spiritual formation. I thought I was choosing, but all the way looking back now, as God's providence. And I could tell my daughter, even she's in architect, a complete different business, I could witness, see your grandmother's dream, and their hope, and their passion, loving God, fulfilled through them, fulfilled through me, and I hope you carry on. My name is Myungja Yue, and this is my Korean American story.